Okay, now that you've had a chance to see how the connection catcher works, remember this, we're going to look at the template. The template will come out in this format. You can see here on the corners that this is where the names are going to go. So you might want to just have the students start off with that by writing their names in, putting the colors that they want to use on the sides there. Then they're going to need to cut this because this needs to be a square. So we're going to cut off this edge. Okay. And basically what you're doing is you're just taking this whole thing and you're kind of folding to the middle. So you can kind of, if you hold the paper up, you can see through, there's sort of the lines that you can see where the center mark is, and you're basically folding it. And a lot of your students will know how to do this already, so they will probably be very helpful in terms of helping other people do this. The corners should be even. They don't always come out that way. Then you're flipping it over and you're going to fold to the middle again. You see the numbers that are here, the lines that are there. Helps to have a hard surface. Fold it here and fold it here. Now, so now it's folded, but one of the tricky pieces for this is the back side and how to get it to take on this shape. So you have to kind of play around with it and fold it and kind of put your fingers in here, because sometimes when you first create it, it's hard to figure out. You have to kind of crease it so that your fingers can fit in there. So I usually fold it in this direction and in this direction a little bit. Let's see, it's a little bit messy there. Put your fingers in there, and you can see it's starting to kind of shape up a little bit there, so that you can kind of get your fingers in there so that you can do the folds here. Okay. Now, one of the other things that we did was, now if you open it up, you can see when you pull, it opens and you get to see two different sections. So if you take your scissors and then just cut in between there, you'll see when we did ours and we cut all the pieces there. So if you point to the 7, you can just lift up the 7 and see what was written there. Also, when students are filling it out, at this point what I would do is I would open it like this and then pass it around. And maybe the person who is, you might do it in a circle. There's only 8 spots, so not everybody can fill something out in everyone's connection catcher, but they can see the name. They can, when they pass it around the first time, everybody writes a message in the first box. Then the next person passes, you pass it on to the next one. They look and they say, oh, this is for Jane. They write their message in there. So they're not looking at what other people have written. So they're just, and then the third time that you pass it around, they could write it on the third one. And I think this will make it go a little bit faster and a little bit more organized, so that you know that everybody has 8 messages in there, and that it's kind of gone around. So we hope that you have fun with it, and we hope that you make one for yourself too.